Hey buddy, I disappeared. Okay, so I gotta tell you, the movie was really super, man. Sorry, wrong movie. But today is the 24th of July, and sadly I could not say the same thing about the year. It's not 2024, but it is 2025. And if you add up the twos in 2025, it should give you 4. And today I have watched the Fantastic Four, and the movie was fantastic.
Say that again?
Hey, my teaser reaction video had plenty of those. This is the review. The movie is finally out. So of course you're gonna see more of that. Let's get into the review. So what's up guys, welcome back to Mr.Potter Project, and this is a spoiler-free review of the new Fantastic Four First Steps movie. I was contemplating on making a spoiler-free review and a spoiler review for this movie, but this movie was so fantastic. You can say that again. It was fantastic.
Say that again?
That I had to make a spoiler-free review and a spoiler review so that I can dedicate an entire video just to talk spoilers, because there's a lot of stuff we can talk about. I'm just gonna give you all my reactions to the movie, everything I thought about the score, the visuals, the plot. I'm not gonna tell you all the plot, I'll just tell my thoughts on the plot. If you are expecting a rating, I always do my rating in the spoiler review, so you gotta go watch my spoiler review, buddy. But please watch that after this. You gotta watch that after this. And there's also chapters in the description if you want to skip around. So coming to the score of the film, I think that is really important to talk about. Michael Giacchino, I have been pronouncing your name wrong all this time. I'm sorry for that. I have finally learned the pronunciation of your name because you deserve the recognition, man. You made the Marvel Studios fanfare anthem, which is no longer being used in a lot of movies, but it's still a great and iconic theme. They got rid of the intro again in Fantastic Four, but I mean, you saw it in the trailers as well. They made an intro that is more in theme with the 60s and the Fantastic Four's universe. Even in Thunderbolts, even though they brought back the intro, they made it look like the Void was consuming the logo as well, so it's fine. You made the fanfare theme, then you made Spider-Man trilogy scores, and you also made the score for Doctor Strange, the first movie, Thor Love and Thunder, Werewolf by Night, you even directed that, and now finally Fantastic Four. Your first ever score, I believe, is The Incredibles, which is basically a knockoff version of the Fantastic Four by Disney, because they didn't have the rights to the Fantastic Four back then. They only got it in 2019. Michael Giacchino actually scored for that film, and also The Incredibles has the same runtime as the Fantastic Four. Coincidence? I think not.
Coincidence? I think not!
Say that again. That was a nice joke. But anyways, so the score is really something you notice in the film. I saw everyone talking about it. I mean, we have been talking about it since it was released in STCC last year. And the whole movie has some incredible background with... Say that again. Sorry, but yeah, it has some incredible background music. I love what Michael Giacchino has done with the movie. When I first heard it last year, I didn't really like it, but like over time when I saw the teaser and the trailer and I saw the 60s vibe, I didn't live through the 60s. I didn't even live through the 20th century, but here I am as a Gen Z, loving what they have done with the 60s atmosphere and everything. I think with the scores, you have to talk about the visuals as well. Guys, this movie ended up being more of a sci-fi movie. Okay, sci-fi is not a big part in the movie, but I didn't even expect sci-fi to be a part of this movie. So it has really some of the best visuals in the entire MCU. I'm not even kidding. You've seen Interstellar, you know how good visuals of space can be. Heck, you might watch this movie and be like, is this a sequel to Interstellar? I'm not even kidding. The visuals were intergalactic, or should I say interstellar. Say that again. I gotta shut the hell up. But yeah, it's really nice. When I saw the teaser for the first time with Silver Surfer going by a black hole, I was like, what in the Interstellar? Like, I was blown away. And when you see it in the theater, I did not watch it in IMAX, and I really wish I did. It's gorgeous. And also, you know that one scene where Johnny chases the Silver Surfer and then he touches the surfboard. Absolute cinema. That is peak Hollywood. Peak Marvel. I saw that and I was like, I just had goosebumps. During the entire movie, I was feeling all these emotions. I had goosebumps. Maybe because I was that hyped for this movie. Fantastic Four created that magic that even Endgame or Infinity War didn't create in me. So this is insanely good. I don't think you can walk out of the theater disappointed with this movie. Marvel is so back. This is not a cliche thing I'm saying. They are back. They aren't going back anymore to their Bob Iger. That was the guy who was the CEO previously, right? Or is he the CEO now? Whatever. That Bob, he was one of the Bobs who were I am Bob.
Jesus Christ, stop saying Bob.
They are not entering that era again. They have moved on back to their prime. This is Marvel on a whole new level. You cannot walk out disappointed, and if you walk out disappointed, you can unsubscribe to my channel. That's how confident I am that you will like this movie. When I'm talking about visuals, I have to talk about Silver Surfer and Galactus. Shalla-Bal, Silver Surfer. I think everyone who criticized Marvel for making a female version of the Silver Surfer and thinking it's woke, I know you are going to take it back, because you're going to love what they've done with the Silver Surfer. Not plenty, but that's enough. And she had a really good arc as well. If you watched the Rise of the Silver Surfer, I think you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, something similar would happen, but it's different, it's unique, it's new at the same time. So yeah, and I guess one of the reasons Marvel chose to go with Shalla-Bal rather than Norrin Red, using a new character, made it easier for me to distinguish between both characters and not find it like a whole cliche thing that just happened again, because it's a similar arc but not the same. So I think Shalla-Bal was the best route. When you look at the Silver Surfer and Galactus, you know, those are CGI in some moments. It's amazing how they managed to bring it all together and also mixing practical stuff into it to make it more realistic. And they also haven't had leaks. Like, the only leak that I'm aware of from the Fantastic Four movie is about this guy who was wearing a hood walking into the set, and I have a pretty good idea of who it was after watching the movie. You can find answers to that in my spoiler review. That was the only leak, so I'm surprised how they managed to pull it off. And here's the thing. For Galactus, like, the only official look we have of him was from the popcorn bucket. There's so much of him in the movie. I'm surprised how they didn't reveal his face. You're gonna get plenty of Galactus in the movie, more than the Silver Surfer actually. Ralph Ineson, I still can't pronounce his name. I don't know how to pronounce Ineson. So yeah, I'll just say Ralph, just because of his voice. Galactus looks amazing. He looks comic accurate and he doesn't look weird. I mean, you look at a guy who's really big, wearing boots and horns, it's gonna look a bit cartoony. But in the movie, they managed to make this really decent and adult design of him. I really think they pulled off the design really well. I mean, the bar was set really low with a literal giant cloud in the original Silver Surfer movie. So I think they have done a really good job with the casting and the visual design of Galactus. His intro scene just sends chills down your back. Even for the Silver Surfer, her intro scene, we've already seen it in the trailers. I herald his beginning.
I herald your end.
I herald
Galactus.
Sends chills down your back. I have goosebumps now while saying the dialogue. Whoever wrote those dialogues, you guys have done a really fantastic job. Fantabulous job. Incredible job. The dialogue you wrote is really super, man.
Say that again?
I'm really awestruck by everything they've done with Galactus and Silver Surfer, because, you know, the previous movie set the bar low. I mean, they did nail the Silver Surfer design, but story-wise, Galactus-wise, it's not there, and this movie just nailed it. I can't stress this enough. The characters, Fantastic Four, I have to talk about them as well. Each of the characters, perfect casting, perfect roles, perfect... Okay, I do have to talk about this though. Because they leaned on to more of the family side, they forgot to show more of the bonds each of these characters have with each other. Like, when you watch the movie, a casual viewer might not even remember that Mr. Fantastic and Ben Grimm are friends. Some people might not even like recall that Sue Storm and Johnny are siblings. They do talk about it at the start of the movie, but throughout the course of the movie, you kind of forget that. You just feel like these are the Fantastic Four, they are superheroes, so that's why they're friends. It's like the Avengers kind of a thing. They didn't have any bond before they became the Fantastic Four. But that's not true. They were a family even before they became the Fantastic Four. So I think that is something they did downplay a bit. And especially Reed and Ben, I just forgot they're friends. I think the previous movies have really established that, and because of them establishing that really well, they could not lean onto the family factor, which is more important. So I feel like this movie leaning more on the family factor is a better move. So yeah, that's my only problem with the movie. And plot wise, the story is literally what we've predicted, but the way it ends is not what we've predicted, and it's actually fantastic. I'm not even kidding. You can say that again. I'm gonna have a good night's sleep today after watching this movie. It's a really wholesome movie. It's emotional towards the end about this mother-son drama. Yeah, it actually got me to tears. I wasn't expecting the Fantastic Four to be a movie that would get me into tears, but it did. The family factor, ever since the teaser, I've been saying it. This is the first time I'm feeling like the Fantastic Four actually feels like Marvel's first family. They have perfectly done it. And this is also the fourth officially released Fantastic Four movie. It's really poetic that the fourth time the Fantastic Four have been brought to the screen, that's when they became successful and it was a good movie. I can keep talking about this movie for like 4 hours if I want to make it poetic. Maybe I should do a live stream at that point, but yeah. Also, so what would be my ranking for this movie overall? It's definitely gonna be the best since Endgame. There were some pretty good movies that have set a high bar. This movie managed to go over the bar somehow. Actually, I made a ranking video after Thunderbolts came out, but I haven't edited it. So, spoiler for that video, but I ranked No Way Home as first. Now, I think Fantastic Four has overtaken all of them. I am a Spider-Man fan. I love Spider-Man. No Way Home was a really good movie. It's such a nostalgic film for me. I feel bad seeing that the Fantastic Four felt better than No Way Home, but honestly, if it was my personal ranking, I would say No Way Home is number one, but this is definitely better than Guardians or Deadpool and Wolverine for me. But story-wise, I gotta give it to y'all. A lot of people wouldn't say No Way Home is number one, so I think Fantastic Four has overtaken No Way Home. That's a really huge thing to say. A lot of people, like new rockstars, were saying that Thunderbolts was the best movie since Endgame. That was like number 5 for me, and now I can confidently say that the Fantastic Four is the best movie since Endgame, and visually, it's the best movie overall in MCU. It is set in a different universe. The pacing is insane. In the first 10 minutes, they set you into this really fast pace, and the whole movie just rides through that pace, and you get used to it in the first 10 minutes. So you don't find it a problem. You can tell why the movie is so short. But yeah, I feel like they did a better job in handling the runtime than Thunderbolts. Matt man. Honestly, I won't mind if you get the X-Men movie. I know it has already been announced that the Thunderbolts actor, I forgot his name, but he's doing the X-Men movie. But Matt man, I think you should take over the X-Men movie. You have potential to bring in another family of mutants. If they ever make a mutant sequel, Matt man, you're my guy. So yeah, Matt Shakman proves to be a great director once again, and yeah man, I'm excited for your future movies. So yeah guys, the Fantastic Four movie was fantastic.
Say that again?
And in my opinion, it's the best since Endgame, if not even better than Endgame. Fantastic Four is a really contained event in a different universe about this team. Endgame was like a world-threatening threat. It was a huge event. Infinity War has been always my number one movie. No Way Home was 2 and Endgame was 3. But since now I'm saying Fantastic Four was better than No Way Home, maybe it is the second best MCU movie of all time. The movie did deliver on the hype, so I'm a happy man today. So that's it for this review, and Fantastic Four. Say that again. I won't stop.